At my son's t-ball party, my father-in-law asked me, "Does he always scream like that when you take him near the water?" I laughed before I understood the question. What's screaming? Miles swims every weekend. Roy didn't laugh. He looked at his daughter, my wife Kendall, and the color drained right out of his face. "Kendall showed me a video on Tuesday," he said slowly. "Miles losing his mind at the edge of a pool. She said it happens because of..." He stopped. He looked at me, then at her, then back. "Roy, I think you've got something mixed up," I said, and I said it gently because he's 71 and I love the man. Miles has been in the water since he was 2. He begs to go, but Roy was already pulling out his phone. "I'm not mixed up at all." She sat at my kitchen table and cried about it. He turned the screen toward me. There was my son, 6 years old, backing away from a pool deck and shrieking like something was chasing him, while Kendall's voice went soft and calm off camera. "You're safe, sweetheart. Daddy's not here." My legs went strange under me. "What is this?" Roy's voice shook. "She said you hold him under, that you do it when she's not looking, and she finally caught it." I stood in my own backyard staring at my son's face twisted in terror, and I couldn't make my hands stop. "He loves the water," I said. "He asks to go every single day." Kendall took a step back, turning her phone over and over. "Sometimes kids hide things, Owen." I pulled out my own phone and started scrolling. Miles at the lake in June, jumping off the dock over and over. Miles with a swim ribbon around his neck in April. Miles last Sunday in a friend's above-ground pool, refusing to get out until his lips went blue. Roy looked between the photos and the video, and his face just crumpled with confusion. But he's terrified in this one. That's when my brother Neil leaned in and squinted at the screen. "Kendall, why does he keep looking at you? Right there. He looks over at you and then he cries harder." Roy scrubbed it back. We all watched it again, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. My son's eyes flicking to the camera, checking, waiting, then the screaming ramping up. "Oh my God," Roy said. I turned to my wife. "You coached him." Her drink slipped out of her hand and broke on the patio. "Owen, you don't understand. He's checking with you like a kid in a school play." My voice cracked and got loud. "How many times did you make him do this?" Miles came running over, confused by the shouting. "Daddy, why is everybody yelling?" Kendall's hand closed on his shoulder. That grip I'd noticed 100 times and never once let myself think about. "Miles, remember what we practiced about the pretend crying?" And my son looked up at his grandfather with those clear, trusting eyes and said, "Grandpa, Mommy made me practice a bunch of times. She said we were making videos for the judge." I went down onto one knee on the concrete. "Videos for the judge?" He nodded, and this time the tears were real. "She made me do the scared face over and over until I got it right. She said if I didn't, Daddy was going to take me away and I'd never see her again. 9 years. I asked her why. I asked her twice because the first time nothing came out of her. Then her face changed into something I'd never seen on it. "I've been working on this since March," she said. "There are 38 videos." "Working on what?" "The divorce." She said it flat, like a grocery list. "I want the house and full custody. I needed something on paper." Roy stared at his daughter. "You were going to put me on the stand. You were going to use me to do this to him." She didn't answer. That was the answer. Roy had his phone up before anyone moved. "Yes, I need to report a child being coached and threatened by a parent." Kendall lunged at him. "Dad, please." My brother stepped between them. "You put your hands on a 6-year-old to build a case. You're finished." I picked Miles up and told her as calmly as I've ever said anything, that my attorney would be requesting all 38 files, and that her own father had just become my witness instead of hers. She sank down onto the patio in her nice dress and said I couldn't take him from her. Miles put his arms around my neck, and into my shoulder he whispered, "No more pretend videos?" I told him no, not ever again.